So take heart from your colleagues, and you just keep it up to the, like, so that you're all at a consistent level.
I feel like a lot of the people in our class have been like expressing themselves in ways that you'd never find in just their day-to-day life, and I think it's a good way. I'm getting to know people a lot differently than I thought they were, because they're really getting into it and expressing themselves. So.
We played Three Witches.
Yeah, Three Witches.
And I'm Macbeth.
I'm Lady Macbeth in France.
A murderer. The first one. It's kind of hard to understand because you're math is you saying thou art or hath, and then you finally understand it after a while. I'm surprised that I can even say half the words.
It's been very interesting. It's been very interesting.
It's been a great experience.
Learning all the lines. I have a very long mom.
The battle's lost in one. That will be air, the set of sun.
Where to place? Upon this heath?
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, great mountain.
Hark calls, and on.
There is bound, battle fair.
To sit down, non-perils.
Escape. Then comes my fit again. I have been perfect. Whole as the marble, bounded as the rock, as broad and gentle as the casing air. But now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe?
What surprised me the most was being able to understand all of it. I thought, like, from the beginning, I was like, oh, this isn't going to be a good thing because it's going to be confusing, it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm just not going to get it. But the way we've been learning, it's actually been a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Playing the first scene with the Three Witches on the Heath. I am playing the scene where Banquo gets murdered.
Yes, that's
like
the
all
one.
the acts. Wasn't there like
For me, it's really been kind of studying the language and listening to John and doing his activities, because, I don't know, I like acting, and I think that Shakespeare is like a real honor to be able to attempt to do it.
In the name of truth, are you fantastical or that indeed outwardly be shown? My noble partner preaches present grace and great conviction, of royal having and of noble hope, and he seems rapt to fall.
Tell me more. By Simon's death I know him the Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the
I play Macbeth in the first scene. I switch out with Evan, and in the second scene I'm in, I'm a murderer, and in the third scene I'm in, I'm one of the lords in the banquet.
Hark! I hear horses. Give us a light there. Oh!
You see that lies within note of expectation, already in the court.
His horses go about
Almost a mile, but he does usually, small men do. From hence to the palace gate maketh their walk. A light! A light!
Probably the murder scene. I think it's the most fun, and we get to move around a lot. It's active. We get to run around the stage a little bit. I think that's why it's my favorite scene.
Everybody who is speaking alone, you need to speak right to the audience. So see us. See us in the eye and talk to us. Okay? It'll make a lot more sense.
And shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. That no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell.
I play Lady Macbeth in one scene and Macbeth in another.
And I play Lady Macbeth in two scenes.
I have drugged their posses, and death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What ho?
I am not. Are you a man?
I am a bold one! That dare look on that which might have called the devil!
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the Air Dawn dagger, which you said led you to Duncan.
The first time I read my script, there were times where I thought I knew what she was talking about, and then, after going over it with John, I learned that she was talking about something else, or...
Yeah, I've had that too, where you think you kind of know what they mean, but then someone brings up something totally different, and
There's a lot of different ways to interpret.
This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger, which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostures to true fear, would well become a woman's story. At a winter's fire, authorized by her grand dam. Shame itself. Why do you make such big place to them after you can try it? Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieks the fatal bellman that does give the sternest good night. He is not out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lords, fie. A soldier and a fear. What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our powers to account. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh.
What sigh is there? The heart, the sword, the child.
I will not act of the heart and I will look for the divinity of the whole house.
Well.
Pray God it be done.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep who have died wholly in their heads.
Wash your hands.
I'm playing, one scene I'm playing a person named Macduff, and I'm playing a doctor in another scene. I have to say language because it's kind of weird to me, because normally in saying like where, I wouldn't normally say wherefore, I'd say where was or something along those lines. Plus it just seems, when you're speaking, it seems a bit more advanced, like if you were to talk to someone with that kind of Elizabethan language nowadays, you'd either look like crazy or you'd look very like educated. Know what you're doing kind of person.
Was it so late, friend? Ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late.
Thanks, sir. Well, Adam and I are both Macbeth.
Don't talk after I go. Don't tell anybody. Okay? It's a whole new thought.
Learning it, I think, is fun because it's a way that we can understand it better, and it makes it fun for us to learn.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun because when you first read the paper, you have no idea what is going on whatsoever, and then John comes in and then he works with you and you understand the whole entire thing. And I noticed when I'm like at home, I just start talking just random things that I wouldn't usually. From the key oppressed brain.
I see thee yet.
Over my hand. Come, let me touch thee.
I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling, as to sight?
Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, false creation proceeding from the oppressed brain?
Macbeth. I just think it's a very interesting story about like, maybe it's like betrayal and things along those lines, because, you know, he kills he hires people to kill one of his best friends, he kills a king, and then like just parts.
Amen, when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat. They had seen me with these hangman's hands. Could not say God bless us. Could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought of.
Very interesting person. In the play, he is very, I guess, schizophrenic.
No, not really schizophrenic, like dark and
right, yeah.
mysterious.
He really shifts from reality into what he thinks is real. But in reality, he was apparently a good man.
Glitch that you've got from the Incarnadine line. So take a look at it.
It's that train that we want to make it.
It's just, you're missing a word or two. Okay?
Get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? Go carry them, and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I will go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done.
Why did you bring the daggers from the place? Go carry them, and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. But come again, I dare not.
And from a purpose, give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears the painted devil.
In the first scene, I play Lady Macbeth with Livy, and in the second scene, I play Macbeth with Livy and Ashley. In both the scenes I play Macbeth. In the second scene, I get the tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow speech. And one of the first days that John Haddon was here, we dissected that speech and went through like word after word. And being able to perform that was really, really fun and interesting. Being able to put my spin and my emotion.
Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in a steady pace from day to day, till the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have like...
At first, I was uncomfortable with it, but then I really got into the character, and I'm like having a lot of fun.
Whoa, I'll say it! Why? What care I? If thou canst not speak to. If charnel houses and our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments will be the maws of...
A bunch of noises, like horses,
The woman crying.
women crying. We need a raven noise.
I am the porter in the play, and I also do the noises.
Yeah, right out of a French hose. Come in, Taylor. Here you can roast your goose. Knock, knock, knock. Never quiet. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell.
The scene is really like the comedy section of the whole play, and he's talking about, he's making jokes to the audience, like knock-knock jokes, and how, and he's the porter of hell, so he's letting in all these different kinds of people. Yes, it's pretty fun because you get to play around with it a lot.
Like how complicated things were back then, and how a lot of plays now are a little bit more black and white, but in Macbeth, it's really complicated about who kills who and who doesn't like who and who's friends with who. Okay. Had I died?
No, that's, see what you're doing is you're taking your breath here. And then you're speaking. What I need you to do is actually drop it down.
Tension builds.
Okay? Actually take a breath.
No harm. But I must remember that I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, but to do good is accounted dangerous, folly. Why then, alas, do I put up this womanly defense to say that I have done no harm?
I play Lady Macduff and Lady Macbeth. I think that I sort of actually like my scene where I'm with my son, because we sort of like, we have like jokes in between, like in our scene, and like I guess that nobody else would get it, but since we like studied it, it sort of makes sense to us.
And who was playing them?
Why, the honest men.
My father is not dead for all your sins. Yes, he is, but how will thou do for a father? Nay, how will thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Again?
You speak with all thy wit, but faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor?
Aye, that he was.
What is traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And must thou traitor?
Why, I not know. So in your state of honor, I am perfect. A doubtsome danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be gone. Hence with your little ones. To fright you, I think my favorite scene would have to be the second one, just because I get the sword play and fight.
What scene's that?
That's the Macduff murder scenes, where they, Lady Macduff and her sons get killed because Macbeth hired the murderers to kill them. So I was one of the second sons, and I get my throat slit and die and bleed all over the ground.
I like your graphics.
I think the most surprising thing to me was the language and how it all sort of blends together in the end and makes this whole different scene. It's like if you say one thing, but it means another. I just thought that whole thing was very intriguing. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
What are these spaces? Where's your host? I hope in no place so unsanctified where thou mayest find him. He's a traitor. Thou liest, thou shag-haired villain, what are you able?
play Donald Bane, who is the son of King Duncan.
I play Malcolm, who is the biggest son of the king, and then I play Ross, who's kind of a bad guy and a good guy, and he's also the murderer, so I played a murderer.
This host may claim this argument for hours.
What should be spoken here? We're hidden in our home. A Russian sees us. Let's away. Oh, the tears are not yet rude.
Nor our strong sorrow, upon the foot of motion.
I like the stage combat because it's really cool to learn some of the stuff and some of the tricks out of that magician's hat, I guess.